What is going on, guys? This is KOJOFOREX, aka GBP Emperor, aka Emperor of Blues. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made $40,000 trading the forex market in 1 week. In fact, today's video is a very interesting one. It's been a while I showed any technical video for you guys, but in today's video, it's more of a motivational one, at the same time more educative, in the sense that I'm walking you through my mind's eye in how I looked at the market, analyzed, in fact, two currency pairs and one indices, right, which is US30, and then traded them in one particular week, and then managed to accumulate $40,000 on the forex market in one single week. The amazing thing about this is that I shared those trades to the community members. So if you're not part of the KOJOFOREX community, click in the link in the description to join the Telegram community where I share this type of trades for free. Before anything else, I'm going to tell you something. It is not a beginner's luck, or it is not a normal thing to be a trader and then feel like you can easily make $40,000 on the market, right? You require some level of skills, you require some level of expertise, some level of knowledge, right? And then over the past years, I've actually been trading the forex market, in fact the financial market overall, for the past 11 years, right? 5 years being actively learning, and then the past 6 years being actively involved in trading and then being a full-time trader. I've been a full-time trader for the past 5 to 6 years actively, right? I've evolved from scalping, day trading, and currently being a swing trader. The particular strategy that I took in terms of the trade entry, that means the kind of money that I'm talking about, was on a swing basis, right? So for swing traders, we're almost looking at the market on a high time frame, anywhere between the 4-hour, daily, weekly, and so on and so forth, right? So I took this trade, accumulated about 300 pips overall, and then managed to coop 40,000. So in today's video, I'm simply going to try and break down technically what I saw, how I thought about it, and then how I got my entry, and also show you some evidence based on the fact that I shared this trade to the community members, how they also benefited, people that took it, right, made money, withdrew, and then all those evidence to motivate you as well that you can also do that when you get the forex market that focus that it requires. So come closer, let me show you something on the screen. So currently what you're watching here, right, I don't know if the camera focuses properly, what you're watching here is GBP JPY, right? So this is the particular trade that I took. Now, it was a very interesting trade setup. Let me brighten the light. Interesting trading setup in that, look, if you look at this, you realize that for GBP JPY, we had this long stride here, right, which was literally going nowhere. People were wondering exactly where this GBP JPY trade was going through, right? So if you watch here, right, this is how the market looked like in that previous week, when the market was just like, you know, rallying up. It had already created this resistance here, dropped, and then people were expecting that with that resistance that was created, GBP JPY was likely going to hold off around this region, right? Or if it did break that region, then we are likely to see it, you know, face a different level of resistance around these 3 square regions here, right? So I already marked that because I was using that as an illustration for my inner circle traders. Inner circle traders are people that have purchased the KOJOFOREX course, right, the Go strategy. So the Go strategy also has a link in the description. You can also purchase that, right? We do weekly sessions. We have a group chat where we talk about the market, and I send them my trade analysis as well. So I was using this to break that down for them. The interesting thing is also that we're also running a current promotion in that the cost has been reduced 50%, right? So initially the upsell was $300, but currently it's going out for $150, and a lot of people have jumped up on this, and I'm excited to mentor all these people on the forex market. So enough of that, let's go straight into the chart, right? So if you look at this, I've already shown you the level that I was expecting the market to kind of respect this level, because you know what we call part of least resistance, in that whenever the market breaks another level of support or resistance, it reaches out for the next support or resistance, right? So on this market trying to reach out for that previous resistance, which is this one, it tapped into it, smashed through it, and then I'd be more like focusing. What is the market going to do at these regions? Is it going to like start rejecting and then drop off, right? Dropping off means that I want to see some candlestick reaction and then drop off like this. If it's not going to do that, then I kind of anticipate it to reach out for the next resistance level, which is this level right here. Right now, if I zoom out, you really see exactly where I got that resistance level from. I did show you that already, right? So upon, you know, market evolving and then unfolding, you realize that what next subsequent candle also smash through that level. So you want to see that, is it actually going to hold on this level, or is it going to break, right? All through that, you're watching price action. You want to understand the candlestick reaction around that region to see. Now if you see a solid candle like this, which is a huge blast through like this, then it starts really giving you that signal and information that the market is not intending to actually hold on this region. So with this example, then you're trying to anticipate that since the market did not really come down here, and it also did not really hold up here, and then it also did not hold hold up in the next resistance region, then it's trying to reach out for the next possible region, right? So you'll be more convinced if you see how the next subsequent candle plays off from there. So you can see that here it reaches out with another huge blast through the roof. So then you should have certainly been looking out for the next resistance level in this market. That is where this level becomes relevant. So you can see that I marked it with this red line here, right? So in that essence, right, day traders will be looking out for opportunities to jump in on buying this one, right? So they're going to be looking for any reason to jump in here for a buy, put their stop loss below here, right? It's not a bad thing to do. Nonetheless, why join the party when it's already late, right? Imagine the party starting at 6 a.m. and then you go there and then you're starting to party with them at, let's say, 12 p.m. The whole fun of the party would have been ending already, right? So you want to really join the party when it's very early. That's why with me in a scenario like this, I'd rather prefer that I may have seen this, this support level right here, right? I'd rather prefer that I saw this support level right here, and then also regarded this reaction that is going on right here, and then took my entry confirmation around here, put my stop loss beneath here, managed to hold this trade all through to this point, rather than suddenly getting excited about that small pip movement before this market gets to the major resistance level, which is what a lot of beginners actually fall for, right? So most people, this is like the dream that they've been sold onto the market. But once you learn price action and become experienced, you realize that this type of entry are very rookie-ish, right? It's like for beginners, it's for basic people, right? Experienced traders, we take a trade entry from a region like this. So now, looking at the example and looking at the clarity that I've denoted, means that I wouldn't be interested in taking a trade entry from this region number 1. So let's delete this from there. And on number 2, I'll be looking out for how the market is going to react in my preferred entry, which is this resistance level that I've already marked here, right? So with this resistance mark, let's see how the market reacted in that region. So we have one candle also blasting through the next one, and so on and so forth. So we realize that this vertical line that has been introduced here already tells us that the market has already closed for that particular week, and then we are in a new week. So in a new week meant that we were looking at how far the market could have still extended on stretching on this level, tapping into this level, and then dropping from that major resistance level. And I already showed you that resistance level sitting right up at this point here, right? So you can see that I use the wicks to denote my resistance levels in the market, and then the same wick to denote my support levels in the market as well, right? So in a new week, I'm already thinking, how's the market going to react in this region, and how's it going to provide me opportunity to jump in on the market, right? So look at this. Next candle goes up to straight away tap into it very beautifully like that. That gives me the confirmation that, all right, we're trying to make some moves here. We might possibly get a trade entry. But first things first, I'm not trying to jump in when the market is still with that full momentum on the upside. This is what we say, standing in front of a moving train, right? Have you guys seen anybody who is trying to be a one-man strong man like Samson in the Bible and stand in front of a moving train, try to stop it? That's what you try to do when you're trying to sell here without any proper confirmation as a trader. The market is likely to run you over, right? Because your one lot size, your 0.1 lot size, 0.01 lot size is not enough to determine the sellers coming into the market and basically turning this market upside down, right? So what happens is that you want to be patient and wait for the real market movers to come in, show you the signs and signals that this market is indeed ready to drop, and you want to participate and join them, right? So you want to play the game of the big boys, right? Follow the footprint of the big boys. You don't want to be the one determining as if you are a big boy in the market, right? So with me, I was patiently waiting and trying to see candlestick reversal patterns in that zone, right? There and there, and I saw this one, right? A very beautiful pattern, which kind of signifies, some people call this a bearish engulfing, some people call this evening star formation. It's not ideally wrong, but with me, with experience and how I've been able to manage entry confirmation in the market and then succinct entry, I'd rather, take my time when I see an entry confirmation like this, rather than jumping in straight away and starting to sell. Why? Because I use some basis of measurement to determine the efficacy of an entry region, or how solid that zone is for me to start selling, right? So with an entry like this, you realize that we've seen bullish movement, bullish movement, bullish movement. The only bearish presence we've seen is this bearish candle right here, right? Sometimes it denotes to me that it's not strong enough for us to start anticipating a sell entry here, right? I'd rather be interested in seeing a subsequent bearish candle like this, right? If I see a subsequent bearish candle like this follow up from that bullish candle, right, which is going to make the market look like this, then I'd be rather interested in looking for a sell opportunity. But if I don't see anything like this, I'd rather wait and see how subsequent candles build up, right? So subsequent candles, let's see what happened, right? It quickly drops and then pushes back up, which is more interesting. Why? Some people think that, oh, we are trying to miss the move. No, it's trying to rather give us a better entry for this, right? So this is what also on the 4 hour meant that if this was, let's say, 5 p.m., then we're trying to wait for 9 p.m. closure. Now, if this 9 p.m. closure comes, we're trying to wait for 1 p.m. closure, right? So follow on and on like that, right? So we have subsequent candle closures, dojis, dojis, and then we have like this blast through here, which is like this bullish candle still pushing up right at. So what it does is that it has saved us the troubling of taking a loss here or being in a long drawdown for so many hours. We're still waiting for proper confirmation. Let's look at this. We still now have this beautiful bearish candle right here, which kind of complement this as a tweezer top. Right now, tweezer top is one of my strongest confirmation. I already showed you that in one of my videos, right? So at this point, I'm convinced that the bears are ready to take this market by storm. Right now, you want to take an entry like this, and you want to keep your stop loss right above the range. This is the exact moment where the bears have denoted their presence, their strong movement in the market, and we want to take the market by surprise by selling this off here and then putting a stop loss right above the range. So that's exactly what I did, and then that was exactly the trade setup that I sent to the community members as well with GBP JPY. So you can see here that I have GBP JPY sell here. You can join this community by clicking the link in the description, and then following the Telegram community. You can go up and then try and backtest this one with the same scenario and example that I'm showing you here. It's going to make so much sense when you see the entry level, the stop loss, my take profit level, my take profit 2 level as well. It's going to be very informative and educative for you. This is the biggest community in the whole of Africa with 68,700 members. We're trying to hit 70,000 members, so you want to be a part of that right now, right? So yeah, I sent this out to the community members, and then we took this trade, right? I was anticipating my take profit anywhere between this region. Let's see how this quickly unfolded. Now guys, you see how interesting it did, blasting through this and then quickly hitting our take profit level, right? So even with my academy members, what they did was that they informed me, Kojo, since we've already smashed through this take profit, what's going to happen next with GBP JPY? What we're able to do then was do a follow-up analysis, which was indicating that we had seen a Fibonacci retracement, right? So what we did, a follow-up, was that we have seen a Fibonacci retracement, which was the market was now retracing in between the 50 and 61.8 retracement region. And then what we did was that we had observed the candlestick reversal pattern that was unfolding, right? And then my students were able to catch this trade on that retracement on the upside as well, right? So you want to be a part of either the online version of the class or the in-person version, right? So the in-person, we're going to do an announcement on when next we're holding that, but for online, we're running a massive promo and you want to take advantage of that as well. I'll show you guys that in a bit, right? So yeah, we did take this trade, and then that was what encompassed me making that $40,000. Nonetheless, it was not only this trade that made me that, right? I took this trade in confluence with Euro JPY, right? So for Euro JPY, I didn't say that there was any particularly fresh and beautiful setup, and then in terms of psychological level, in terms of support or resistance, any confluence like that, but it was in confluence with the correlation between JPYs, right? So I watched all JPY pairs and I realized that since GBP JPY was trading around a higher confirmation area, which is that resistance, then it was eminent that Euro JPY was also going to show significant signs of selling off. So I also waited for the confirmation around the same area, and I used that to jump in on the trade on Euro JPY, which I also sent to the private community members as well, right? And then last trade that I took was US30. For US30, the confluence was pretty simple, right? If you look at US30 here, realize that we had some previous resistance here, which is the wick that I denoted here, right? And the market came here, played around here. Look, if I zoom into this one, you're going to see that when the market came there, it consolidated for several hours and was tricking people as if it was going to drop here, and then it used this huge candle here to take out any stop that was above this liquidity area. And then what happened? Subsequently, it literally just dropped back down like that. So that was what I observed, and I realized, okay, this market could possibly be giving us an entry criteria. But look at this. If I try to take this trade here, I have to put my stop loss above here, which is like insane stop loss requirement. So in that case, I was trying to really avoid trading this currency pair. But subsequently, I had a real reason to still find this trade more appealing, in the sense that we saw this bullish movement and then a bearish candle opposing it, and then that made this confirmation more like a tweezer, right? Still in a very interesting zone. So that was what really enticed me to take this trade in that region, putting my stop loss right above the range, my entry here, my stop loss here, and then I managed to hold this trade and then jumped in, accumulating this huge pip, about 560 pips, and then making a very huge kill on this, right? So you can see here that this was the whole position that I took. You can see Euro card, Euro JPY, GBP JPY, GBP card, and that amounted to 10,000. And subsequently, on following up the same trade, right here, we're running and cruising nicely on 40,000, right? You can see the US30 trade that I sent out, which is a 10 lot side that I put there, and then GBP JPY trade running here. I put 3.3 according to my risk management criteria, and then Euro JPY as well, right? So this was exactly that huge kill that I made according to that trade. I hope this video has been very interesting and educative, and you've loved the analysis that I've done. If you really want to keep up with analyzing the market with me the way I do, and then learn, tap from my knowledge, you want to first smash the like button on this video, smash it right now, and then I'm going to wait for 1 second for you to subscribe to this channel. I hope you did subscribe to the channel. Click in the link in the description to join the KOJOFOREX Telegram community. Connect with me on all social media, especially on Twitter at KOJOFOREX, Twitter and Instagram as well, right? KOJOFOREX. Click in the link in the description to join XNest, my #1 recommended broker. Register an account with XNest now, and then if you have a problem with verifying your account, contact me at KOJOFOREX. I'll let my assistant support you in verifying your account as well. Again, I'm going to remind you guys that we have a course sales, right? So briefly, just remember that the course was being sold at $300, but I'm running a current promo which now slashes the cost to $150. So if you've been wanting to get into my inner circle, wanting to learn from the KOJOFOREX camp, this is the very opportunity for you to do that, right? Once you purchase the course, you DM us with your screenshot of payment. We're going to add you to the inner circle members, where I'm going to have online sessions and weekly breakdown with you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.